Hi, this is Tammy Parrish from the Clothing Compass, and today I have a special guest, Maggie Giele. Welcome, Maggie.
Hey, thanks for having me, Tammy.
Maggie is an award-winning business and marketing strategist, and she is specialized in working online, which is becoming more and more important for everyone these days. Maggie's also my business coach, so I have a lot of respect for her, and I wanted to ask her opinion on the standard three questions that I ask everyone in this Confident on Stage series. But stage can also be your computer screen. So, Maggie, welcome.
Thank you.
And please tell the viewers what has been until now your biggest return on investment for public speaking.
For public speaking, it's been absolutely massive. I've been invited. Well, I kind of feel I should have like a disclaimer here because pandemic happening right now. So all my speaking gigs have been either canceled or moved online. But with the ROI I have received from public speaking, like people have come up to me 2 years after seeing me speak on stage and just be like, "You're really familiar," because my talk made such an impact on them. So the visibility, authority, credibility, not to mention like revenue from new clients and so on has been incredible. And that's from public speaking, from me being on someone else's stage, but also from me hosting my own events and retreats.
And if you had to give the viewers one tip for speaking, and this doesn't have to be on a stage, it can be presenting a workshop or an event, what's your best tip for speakers?
Not to sound too fluffy about this, but be confident. And that could come down to like when you're pitching topics. So when I pitch topics, I normally have like two or three that I outline that I think these could be really best aligned with this person's audience, because it's not about me, it's about them. But then I really sit with those and I'm like, which one do I want them to pick? When they reply to this and say, yes, you're in, which topic do I want them to pick? Because that's the one I'm probably most excited about. So that's the one I know, like, okay, that's the one I have to really present as the topic, because I have to feel excited, passionate, and confident when I'm speaking about this. Because if there's any part of me that's feeling insecure or, oh, who am I to give advice on this topic, that's not going to be a good presentation or workshop or talk. So it all goes back to the very first stage.
Confidence.
Mm-hmm.
And
Lipstick helps.
good color. So tell me something, gonna have to edit that out. That's okay. Good question. So tell me about something you have worn when you have presented that you've really felt good in. So I'm curious if you can describe how you looked and how you felt when you were presenting.
So my husband actually picked this outfit for me. um, but it's still one of my favorites. And when I use the photo of me on stage with that outfit, our Facebook ads with that photo gets a lot more clicks than any other photo. So that's like an
Nice.
interesting data thing with
Yes.
like credibility. So it was like this navy, basically bodysuit, but it was like a high neck, long sleeve kind of navy thing, which is my brand color, and a bright, like a dark red, um, was it a bubble skirt or an A-line skirt? You're the expert here. It's kind of like it pops out a little. It's a little
A
poofy
bubble. Yeah.
bubble skirt, yeah. With but it also has stars on it, which again is very in line with my fantasy branding. And I had that with tights, like dark opaque tights, because it was fairly short, so I wanted to feel a bit more covered, and like kick-ass biker boots. So I felt like I was on brand. I had the stars. It was aligned with my color. The navy looks good on me. As I learned from a stylist, that's my neutral go-to color, not black but navy. And like I got so many compliments on that skirt, and I just felt like a rock star on that stage.
Excellent. So you work all the time with entrepreneurs who have online businesses. Any extra tips you want to give in this pandemic we're having?
Yeah, so definitely make sure you're okay. First of all, when I started my business, I was living in Frankfurt and I was mostly working with people in the UK and the US. So my business was 100% online for at least the first 2 years. Then when I moved back to Amsterdam, started adding events, and I had, strategy in person sessions and things that I wasn't able to do. So I'm very, very used to working online. Make sure your background is okay. So it's white wall is fine. Like if you have a blank wall behind you, that's fine. I've angled my camera. We were talking about this just before we hit record. I have angled my camera quite carefully so you don't see like the piles of stuff on my desk, which I don't mind, but I don't want you to see. I try and have my background like a plant or something is fine. I do the candle only sometimes, like if I'm making a video. I don't do it really all day because I'll probably forget it. But I add something that's like on brand. So like my little stuffed unicorn there that immediately helps anchor if I'm on a video call or doing an interview. That's Maggie's brand. Um, Also, I'm like not ashamed to say this. I'm wearing running pants right now. I've not gone running today. I thought I would, but I was like, can't be bothered. So I'm feeling a lot more comfortable than if I was wearing jeans or something. But it's really all about the top. So something sparkly, like sparkly earrings or bright lipstick. Just that touch makes you feel like you're a lot more put together and you spend a lot more time on yourself than you may have actually have.
Great tips. Thank you. You also told me about a checklist you have. It's going to be helpful for people. Can you tell me the name of that again? Tell me a little bit about
Yes.
it.
So I have a relationship building checklist. People can grab that for free. But a lot of us, if you're used to networking in person, you go to like your bottle or drinks or events, and suddenly you're online, and we don't know for how long this is going to be. I have all my tips for networking online, like having virtual coffees, which is my favorite trick, and that's basically still getting me results 3 years later. So yeah, people can go grab that for free, and that will be helpful for now if you're suddenly having to navigate your business online.
Thank you. I'm going to put the link in the post so everyone can download it. Thanks so much for your time. Thanks for joining me, Maggie.
Thanks for having me. Hope that helps.
It does. Bye.